Welcome to One Girl in All the World, a Buffy the Vampire Slayer rewatch podcast where we recap each episode in order and discuss. I'm Ashley, Buffy superfan.
Kimmy, Buffy newbie.
You can find us on all major podcast apps, YouTube, and Instagram with new episodes on Tuesdays. All right, we are barreling towards the end here.
We're close to the end then.
We're really getting there. So today we're talking about Get It Done, which has like a very, very important information. Has very important information that we get about the origin of Slayers.
Yeah, this was a great episode.
Which we've never been told about before. Like, we've never got this. So, Get It Done originally aired February 18th, 2003, written and directed by Douglas Petrie. And then the synopsis is, Buffy introduces Principal Wood to the Slayer headquarters, and he gives her a Slayer hand-me-down in return. When the first brings about a death amongst the potentials, Buffy and friends turn to Principal Wood's gift for help. But help is not necessarily what it will bring when Buffy is sent back in time and a demon is set loose in Sunnydale in her place. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. All right, so we start Get It Done at Buffy's, but it's late at night. There's girls everywhere, so we're seeing like that they're multiplying.
Yeah.
Yeah, more and more girls are showing up, even though we're not really being introduced to any more girls.
Well, it's too many.
Yeah, they're just everywhere. Buffy's walking,
She's like checking in on them.
Yeah, kind of like tiptoeing through the house, stepping over people, picking up for the night. She looks in a couple rooms. There's girls everywhere, sleeping everywhere. And then she finds Chloe crying.
Yeah.
And then Buffy gets attacked by the first Slayer, who we know from season 5. Like, told her about her gift and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then Buffy wakes up, or the Slayer says it's not enough.
Yeah.
And then Buffy wakes up from this dream. So, prophetic dream that we know Buffy has. So, not good if, like, the OG Slayer saying that what you're doing isn't enough. So we go to the credits, and we come back, and we're in an alley, and Anya is complaining about being human to Spike.
She's just bitter.
She is bitter.
I don't blame her.
Yeah, I don't either. I guess it's better than complaining about Xander, I guess.
Yeah. And she's complaining about being icky on the outside, which I think is hilarious.
Yeah. So her and Spike are going to get drunk.
They're so icky.
Yeah, so her and Spike they just need to get out of the house. They're going to go get drunk.
They're sick of the potentials.
They just need a break. And Anya's like, is this like a date? Is Spike asking me to go on a date? And no. He obviously not. And she like hooks her arm through his arm, and he's like,
no.
And then she talks about them sleeping together.
Yeah.
And Spike's like, okay, I can't like just kind of be nicely like change the subject. And he tried to like let her down gently, but he's like, okay, you need to stop.
Yeah,
like you're like he's like, you're like a dog with a bone. She says, so? And he's like, it's my bone. Drop it. He's like, we're not doing this. Like, it's not happening. But then a demon attacks Anya, and the demon says they're from D'Hoffryn. D'Hoffryn sent them to kill Anya. And Spike kind of like, he doesn't kill the demon, but he gets the demon off of her, and they run. They run through the alley. They escape.
And it seems like D'Hoffryn wants her dead.
Yeah. So
for some reason, even though she's just now a human, can't really do much.
Yeah, I think he just wants her to suffer. He wanted her to suffer for a while, obviously with Hallie and all that, and now he's just like wants her to be like hunted, always looking over her shoulder, all that stuff. Like, it's messed up, but that's his thing. So at school, Buffy and Wood are talking about the kids. There's a lot of fights breaking out, weird things happening,
people missing.
Yeah. Yeah, more fighting, people missing, and Wood says, okay, like things are starting, aren't they? Like things are kicking up.
It's like ahead of schedule, apparently.
Yeah. Yeah, she's like, usually it happens right around May, like for the season finale, but things are starting a little bit early. Yeah. And he said, well, this is probably a good time to give you this. And he gives her this like big bag, this big leather bag. And he's like, it was my mom's. And she's like, I can't accept this. And he's like, well, it was supposed to be yours, I'm sure, but I just hung on to it because of my mom. Like, I couldn't bear to get rid of it, but I know it's a Slayer thing. So he gives her this bag. He just says, I know it had something to do with her power. And he says, I think it's about time I see where you work. And she's like, here it is, my desk. These are my pencils. He's like, no, not there. So Buffy takes him to her house, and she shows Wood around. She's like, hey, this is like Command Central.
The potentials.
This is the potentials. Andrew talks about, they
Funnel
meet
cake.
Andrew, talks about he's making a funnel cake. And I love when he's like, well, Buffy says, he's our hostage. And he's like, I think of myself more as a guestage. And he's like, oh gosh, he's going to see like the big board. And she's like, we don't have a big board, but he's got a big board to like put all the information together. And then they go out in the backyard and all the some of the potentials are training outside. Kennedy's kind of taken the lead and is training them. And Buffy said, he says like, okay, like this is good. And she's like, well, they were chosen. Like they aren't just people we're training. Like they were chosen for this.
Yeah.
But Willow comes out with all these weapons and she's like, oh, hi, Principal Wood. He's like, he knows about it all. She's like, okay, good. Because I didn't know what I was going to say about that. And he says, show me the vampire. So in the basement, Anya is annoying Spike, being like, why didn't you kill the demon?
Why'd you just let it go?
Why'd you just let him go? He's like, well, the thing was about, what if they knocked me out and then you would have no way to defend yourself? So the best thing to do was just get you out of there safely. And she's just annoyed with that. Buffy and Wood come down the stairs and he's like sizing up Spike. And he's like, oh, he's a good guy? He's like, oh yeah, I'm a good guy. And then Wood's like, oh, because you have a soul now? And Spike's like, oh, yeah, I do, actually. But that was private. That was private, Buffy. Like, why are you just telling everyone I have a soul now?
Yeah.
So, but he's like, yeah. And Wood and Spike kind of square up to each other.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a dick measuring contest.
It is.
Probably because both of them are, obviously Spike is. But, Wood and Buffy just went on a date. Mm-hmm. There's a little bit of, like, territorialness with her. Obviously, there's a whole thing with Wood with revenge that no one else knows about yet. So there's a lot running between these two guys that they don't like each other.
Yep.
So Dawn has looked through the bag. There's like a textbook, stuff like that. But then there's also this box.
That's unopenable. Unopenable.
Yeah, unopenable. And it's probably important. That's probably like what the main important thing about this bag is. They're walking through the house and she's kind of updating her on what was in there. And she's kind of Dawn is teasing Buffy about school. Like, oh, I'm going to drop out. And she's like,
or flunk out.
Flunk out. And then they find Chloe in the bathroom hanging. They just walk in there and Chloe is hung in the bathroom. She's killed herself. And the first talks to them as Chloe.
Yeah.
The girls start congregating. They're like all freaking out that Chloe's killed herself. And she's like, yeah, I talked to her all night. I just convinced her, it was a lost cause. And like, why would she want to be like basically ripped to shreds when she could just do it this way? And she kind of quotes Buffy from earlier in the episode where she's talking to Wood when she says like, a lot of girls are going to die and there's nothing I can do about that, essentially. Yeah. So she like quotes back that so the girls know that Buffy said that.
Yeah, which is terrible.
And she just tells,
make it.
Yeah, they want to make it. And so Buffy kind of just shoos the first away and sends Dawn to get a knife to cut Chloe down. So then we have a little scene where Buffy is burying Chloe out somewhere. Yeah. So Buffy comes home and everyone's upset. So is Buffy. She's really mad.
She gives the best pep talk ever.
She gives them a speech about Chloe being dumb and stupid.
And
she's like, does anybody want to say anything about Chloe? No one says anything. She's like, I will. She was dumb. She was stupid. She was weak. And they're all like,
yeah, this is not.
Like a slap in the face.
Yeah.
And she's like, I've protected you guys and carried you for too long.
Yeah.
If you want to surprise, like the first is laughing at us, essentially. And if you want to surprise the enemy, you have to surprise yourselves. Like, we have to do better. And Spike kind of is like hanging out in the doorway and he goes to leave. And she's like, where are you going? And he's like, this doesn't really apply to me. And she's like, actually it does, because you're holding back. Like, I need the Spike who's dangerous.
Well, she's like, you were a better fighter before you got
the
your soul back. Ouch.
He's like, I did this for you. Like, I did all of this for you. And she's like, well, I need the Spike that's dangerous that tried to kill me. Like, that's the kind of fighter we need. And he's all mad and offended. And then so they're going to open the bag, and then they invite Wood because it's his mom's bag. So they figure it would make sense for him. Spike leaves, and the Wood's going to come. All right, so they open the bag. The box. Sorry, they open the box.
Buffy can open it.
Buffy rips open the box.
Yep.
And there's like shadow casters in there. All of a sudden, like Dawn gives us all this exposition because she's got to do something, I guess, about you like put them on this center council thing, and then there's a like a candle or something, and it casts a shadow, and they tell a story. So it says she's reading this Sumerian text, like
she can read Sumerian
because she can read it a little bit.
Yeah,
but it says you can't watch, you have to see. And so she starts telling the story, reading the story, and Xander starts putting in the little shadow casters. This is really cool. So they start putting the things on, and he said there was the earth, and then like as soon as they put the thing on, like drum, like noises start happening, like everybody's hearing these like noises. They put first came the earth, and there was like drums and stuff, then demons, then men, and then the men found a girl and chained her to the earth, and they basically put darkness in her.
It's great.
And she's like unimpressed by this. Wow, Dawn, that's like really turned in, like you've really done well with this language. And she's like, it's in English now. Like it's changed into English. She can read it. And it says that there has to be an exchange.
Yeah.
And the thing starts turning like wildly.
Buffy wants to go and they're trying to stop her.
So this port, it like turns so fast that a portal opens. And she's like, I have to go in. And they're like, no, like, don't do that. This is a bad idea. And she's like, I have to. And they're like, well, how are we going to get you back? Like, what's going to happen? She's like, just find a way. So she jumps in, and they're like, okay, there was an exchange that had to happen. So now there's this big, huge demon in the living room.
Cool.
Yeah, no problem. So immediately attack Xander. Willow fights. Kennedy fights.
Kennedy's telling Willow, just use your magic.
Yeah, just use your magic. She doesn't get it. Spike fights it.
There's no match.
And gets thrown through the literal ceiling up into the second floor. This is probably the most structurally damaged his house has been. Like, sure, we have lamps broken every episode. The front window's broken all the time.
Literally a money pit.
But literally, he gets thrown through the floor. Or the ceiling, depending on which way you're going to go. And he gets knocked out. And then the demon takes off.
And the demon escapes.
He escapes, yeah. And they're like, okay, we have to get Buffy back right now. Because there's this huge, menacing demon on the loose. So in the portal, Buffy's in the desert, which we've seen before in season 5 when she talks to the first Slayer. At Buffy's, they're like, well, maybe this book has more information, but now it's completely blank. The book that Dom was reading from, it's empty now. And they said, now, how would Willow... So they're like, hey, Willow, you have to do a spell or something.
Well, she doesn't even know what kind of magic to use.
She doesn't know what she would even do to get Buffy back. Yeah. She's like, we can start with physics. And then Anya kind of says, well, you need a conduit.
Or a catalyst?
Catalyst.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, anyway. They both will work. A conduit or a catalyst for the exchange. And Spike's going to get the demon.
So they can exchange it.
Yeah, but he has to get something first. So in the portal, Buffy comes across 3 like tribal men sitting in a circle. And they know who she is.
The Helmos
she is the Helmos Last Guardian, but we can give you power. And they knock her out. At Buffy's, Willow starts to open the portal, she's getting ready. She puts a circle on the ground, and she says, she says, this could take days. And it takes about 30 seconds for it to open. And she's kind of like overtaken by the power.
Yeah, she turns into creepy Willow again.
Yeah, her eyes go black and everything. So at the portal, Buffy is chained to the earth, similar to the first Slayer, and they kind of talk about the source of her power. They have this box, and it's the spirit heart of a demon. And they say like it's one with you, like that way you'll be ready for the fight. You can get this if you've taken this demon.
But she realizes that'll make her less human.
Yeah. It comes as like a black smoke, and it tries to like go into her, and she's fighting it. So that's how they made the first Slayer.
Yeah.
They put
totally consensual.
Like an essence of a demon in her. So at school, Spike is like looking through boxes in the basement and finds his leather jacket,
which
he has
Wood mom's.
Yeah, he has retired. He had retired it during his wacky cuckoo days, but now it's back. And as he's leaving, Wood asks, "Oh, nice jacket. Where'd you get it?" And Spike says, "New York." So it's just another like confirmation that it was Spike that killed his mom. So at Buffy's, Willow is trying to like keep grow the portal, or the portal, something's happening with it, and the others are like really worried. And Willow kind of like siphons power from whoever's closest, and is it like Anya on one side or Dawn? I can't remember. And then it's Kennedy on one side, and so like they kind of fall back, and then the portal opens. So that was like a process of getting the portal open, but it didn't take very long. So in the alley, Spike is fighting the demon, and he like kind of is revitalized by the fight. Like he remembers how much he liked being violent, even with his soul. So he's enjoying himself fighting this demon, and he kills a demon. I'll kind of like compress those two scenes so we don't go back and forth as much. In the portal, Buffy talks about how they violated the first Slayer.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like this is not okay what they did.
Yeah.
It's messed up.
Yeah. It was, yeah. They violated her.
It was creepy to watch her chained up trying to like
trying to avoid the
demon. I didn't like that.
The essence of demon. And she breaks free and fights them off.
Yeah, and so she basically is saying like you violated that girl and you made her fight for you. 3 men.
Yeah. And then like since then, like the line of women that's been passed on to.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she gets one of their staffs and she breaks the staff and the smoke disappears. And she's like, it's always the staff. And she's like, can you actually show me something? I don't know. Like, you're telling me stuff like this is not helpful. And so he kind of touches her temple and shows her something, which she's shocked by, but we don't
see it.
No, we don't see it. We don't know what it is. And then they do the exchange and Buffy's back. Buffy's back home. Back home. So a little bit later, Willow and Kennedy talk about what happened down there in the living room.
This was a great scene because Kennedy has always been like, oh, you're a witch. You're so cool. Like, this is so great. And like, it's all like magical and exciting. And then she actually finally realizes it's not like that. And she's like, I thought it would be cool.
Yeah.
But it was scary.
How serious Willow's past is.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, she's like, I think it'd be cool to see you lose control. Remember that one time and everything?
Yeah,
she's got a little taste of it. And she freaked her out. Yeah, she got the life sucked out of her. She got energy sucked out of her. She's like, I'm sorry, you were just the closest one. Yeah. And it freaked out Kennedy, for sure.
Willow warned her a lot.
She did. So. She did. Like, Kennedy should not be as shocked as she was. But it's one thing being told it, another one, like, feeling your life force be sucked out of you, I guess. But
the way she reacted to Willow, I wasn't a huge fan of that.
Mm-hmm. And so she's like, oh, I'll see you tomorrow. So things are a bit
rocky. Them. Like, she needs some space.
Yeah. And so Willow goes to check on Buffy and asks how she's doing. And she said that the Shadow Men offered her more power, but she turned it down.
But she thinks she made a mistake?
Yeah, she's like, but I may have made a mistake.
Because we don't know how we're going to fight this thing now.
Because they told me it isn't enough.
Mm-hmm.
And Willow says, well, what did they show you? And then we see what Buffy was shown.
Army of Did this remind you of, what was that show, that dragon show?
Dragon show? Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't come to mind, but I could see that.
Reminded me of that.
So it's in the Hellmouth, full of uber vamps. Mm-hmm. Like, they could barely take down one. There's like thousands down there.
Yeah.
And they're all like, yeah, we're gonna kill you. And yeah, so that's it. So that's kind of like what they're up against. That's what is down there waiting for them in the Hellmouth.
And that's not even the first.
No.
That's like the boss before the boss.
So...
the boss before the big boss.
Well, I mean, you can't kill the first.
I guess that's true, yeah.
You'd have to just, like, subdue it, I guess. But, okay, so yeah, that's the end of the episode on that crazy vision that Buffy had. Buffy's spooked, to say the least. She's like, okay, these, like, 30 teenage girls are going to fight that, and me and, like, a few other people.
No.
Not good. Okay, so my favorite quote was when Buffy says about Andrew, oh, he's a hostage, and Andrew says, I think of myself more of a guestage.
That was a cute.
Didn't have a ton of good lines for me, honestly.
Yeah.
And then my favorite scene was the puppets, like the shadow casters thing, like when they like put it on and the drum started, and then like the faster it went, you kind of saw it moving and like it like took on a life of its own. Like that was really cool.
Yeah.
I like how they like told kind of like expressed and like told the story that way instead of it just being written in a book or whatever. Like I thought that was really cool. Yeah.
I had the same favorite quote as you, so I'll change mine.
You don't have to.
When Spike is like, it's my bone, just drop it.
Yeah, that was good too.
That was pretty funny. I like that. And then actually my favorite scene was when Buffy breaks her shackles. And she kind of puts those men in their place. Like,
Yeah, she does.
this is just another reminder to us that like she breaks the mold with the Slayers. Like she's always done things a little differently and like she'll always, be her own person and do her own thing. And this is just another reminder that she's not just gonna follow some little script that she's supposed to.
Yeah, definitely. And that she really like made a statement in that that scene about them violating the first Slayer.
Yeah.
And then in turn violating all the girls that came after her.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that was really good. So my stake rating was a 4.5. I said parts of it were kind of boring.
Yeah.
But the Slayer reveal, like the Slayer lore is huge. Like, I'm so glad that we got that before the show ended. Like, I think, I mean, it's not cool, but it was cool.
Yeah.
Like, I think it was a cool story. And it just, like, makes so much sense that
cool story,
men would shackle this to a woman and then send her to a premature death over and over and over and over and over. It makes complete sense when you think about it. And I think the way they told it with the shadow casting and the portal, like her going there and talking to these guys and stuff, I thought it was well done. So I thought it was like the story was good, and then like the way they kind of showed it was cool. Spike getting his groove back. He's like relishing in the fight again, so he might be a better fighter for Buffy. Yeah, Kennedy like finally understanding the seriousness of Willow's magic, and it's not as flippant. I guess it won't be as flippant as she has been in the past about it. So yeah.
I like this episode. I give it a 4.3, which is like a pretty high rating for me, I'd say. A lot of what you said, just very cool story, learning about the origin of the first Slayer. Not what I was expecting, obviously. Yeah. Just and then like you said, the cool story with the casters, watching Buffy go back and like get to see how everything started, and again, just like she's like, no, this doesn't have to be the way, and they're telling her it's not going to be enough. But I'm going to hold out hope that it will be, because it always has been before. I don't know. She's always figured it out before. I guess she's had to sacrifice herself before, but still.
Yeah.
So we'll see, I guess. And then the stuff with Principal Wood and Spike.
That's kind of,
I want to see how that's progressing.
Starting to simmer.
Yeah. So
that's starting to simmer.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. Like, Spike has no idea.
Yeah. And there's no way Wood's just not going to like
do anything or do nothing. I mean,
do nothing. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So that's simmering on the side there.
And then, like you said, Kennedy's finally put in her place about Willow.
I mean,
I hope she's understanding about it, though. Like, I found that annoying where she just, like, was trying to cut Willow off a bit. And I'm just like, dude, she told you.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see. But, like...
I like her, but her character can be slightly annoying sometimes.
Yeah, she can be. But I feel like, I think it's okay to be knocked off kilter a bit when you went through, like, that was your... like, that happened to you.
Yeah, that's fair.
So we'll see how she reacts the next day or in the next episode.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's it for me. Yeah.
All right. So the next episode is Storyteller. Where did Andrew put Jonathan's murder weapon in Buffy's house?
Buffy's underwear drawer.
With the gun? The gun and the murder weapon are in there?
I was like, why am I thinking of underwear
That's
drawer?
where she hides everything.
Yeah.
I mean, it's in there too.
I will still stick with it.
Yeah. I mean, that's where she hides all of her good stuff. All right. I can buy that. So that wraps up season 7, episode 15, Get It Done. Again, you can find us on all major podcast apps, YouTube and Instagram at One Girl in All the World Pod. You can also email us at onegirlpod@gmail.com. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back with season 7, episode 16, Storyteller. See you real soon.